Welcome back to this Let's Play of The Last Remnant. And last time we just explored for the heck of it and found the town of Ryotia. Didn't actually go into it. There's not actually all that much we can do there yet. Similarly, there's another town we're going to unlock at the end of the Vale of the Gods here, and I'm just doing this to get it out of the way. There's not anything in particular I'm going to do there for the short term. There are a couple things that are there that are important in the long term. Picking up random chests as I see them. I don't have the Vale of the Gods map yet either, which I suppose I should want, but for the most part, most of the time I spend in this area is just for that little harvesting point near the entrance, which is convenient because, well, it does not require you to go very far. Well, there's the map.
Come on out!
Here's another harvesting point. Every harvesting point is a little different. Sometimes you can get items at harvesting points that are otherwise would require you to kill monsters. So there are things that are, you know, for a playthrough where you're trying to avoid fighting, just useful. And the number of just random junk items in the game, I would guess that there are probably several hundred components. Maybe only 200. But then all of them, almost all of them, at least as far as I can tell, are at least used somewhere. There are a couple that are used in only one recipe, and the recipes are pretty obscure, but, you know, they at least tried to make them all useful in some way. And some of those, a good portion of those you can find by digging. Some can only be found by attacking, you know, by hunting monsters. Very few of them can actually only be found by being bought. Usually, I think it's like leather and such that are refined items. And that unlocks the town of Bullock, which we're not going to go to just yet. I think that's pretty much all of the side stuff we're going to do, so I'm actually going to head back to the town of Elysion and do what we were intending to do in the first place. Maybe I'll do just one last run at Vale of the Gods off-screen, just because I hate passing it up. Well, technically, according to the plot, we were just on a walk with Dave, or Agent David, sorry. Since that's our cover story, why don't we stick to it. I am buying Rush a pair of scimitars. Scimitars count as katanas in this game. Don't think too hard on that one. They're curved swords, I guess, instead of straight swords. I am going to set Rush up so that he will eventually, maybe, you know, in the distant future, become a ninja. It might not actually happen, but in order to get to the ninja class, you have to use more more magic than items, and it's going to be a while before that's true, because in the short term I still want to spam items because I want to get Vivification Herb. It's just too useful an ability to pass up. And I don't want to sort of turn that off until I've got enough people who can use, have a way of bringing characters back. Until then, Rush is just going to have to not really be progressing toward his class. The PC version added a bunch of classes, and some of them have immunity to instant death attacks, which is a very useful ability for certain boss fights. And Ninja happens to be, you know, it's kind of cool in its own right, I guess. There is in fact one pirate in the game. If for some reason you need to keep an equilibrium between your ninjas and your pirates. The pirate, on the other hand, pirates versus ninjas, ninjas win hands down in this game. Anyway, we can tell the receptionist we're here to see Dr. Sykes, aka Dad. And she says that, you know, he's not available. And this is Haruko, who's the director of the academy, who tells us that our parents are off in the Sacred Lands doing some important research, and they're kind of stuck there for a while. This researcher here, if you talk to her, she's not, you know, there's no red bubble. There's nothing really to, you know, give you a clue that there's something special there. We'll give you Visistones, which are, you know, the little YouTube videos that are like you saw in the very first part of the game. They tell something about, you know, they essentially give background information. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now that we've gone there, we can go back to Tula Street for another cutscene. There is actual combat in this game, it's just that I'm avoiding it. Not because I really enjoy the cutscenes, but because of the way the system works.
Who are they? Does anyone know who that is?
They call him the Conqueror.
How dare he bring his troops?
That big guy must be him.
Yeah, we'll see more of these two. Ironically, the scantily clad girl is somewhat more dangerous than the big guy.
I am Roace, messenger for his lordship, the Conqueror. We hail from the eastern city of Vale. We've come for the Remnant entrusted to us by the prophecy of the God Emperor. His lordship promises prosperity to all. The mark of this promise will soon be apparent to the world. The Remnant will awaken. Time will be stagnant no more. The promised time is almost upon us. Your dreams will soon become reality.
That girl? Wait, that girl's dreams particularly? Okay. Seems simple enough.
What rot! A prophecy? The God Emperor would never aid them!
Ignore them. Let them say what they will.
They have brought their troops here to Elysion. Perhaps there is truth to their words.
But did they threaten the God Emperor into siding with them?
A friend of yours?
What is going on? What has he done?
I don't know, but there's something about that guy.
We'll see more of him, too.
No, he's gone. I need to find him.
All right.
So, yeah. They're just setting things up for later in the game. This game starts kind of slow, frankly. But we'll head back to the Assembly Plaza. Now, we were going to go try and see our parents, from the standpoint of they might want to know their daughter's been kidnapped. You know, parents seem to care about these things. Alright, well, Agent David has to go to his Congress, so we're just going to have to let him go for a little bit.
Excuse me. You must be the Marquis of Athlum. Everyone else has already arrived. Allow me to lead you to the Assembly Hall.
My presence is required at the Congress. Please stay with him.
Now, sometimes you do have characters leaving your party. There's one in particular who leaves your party for a sort of, not extended, but a certain amount of time, and they're unavailable. If you look at party members, yeah, Dave's still there. So we could actually go on another little jaunt to out in the middle of nowhere, and Dave would come along with us. Agent David is not very interested in politics, I guess.
It's him!
Run away! Actually, given who he is and who you find out, what you find out about him later, running away actually makes a lot of sense.
Hey! The hell is he thinking?
Does he wish to bind the Ark? Only one with great power could do so. That glow!
It can't be.
Yes, I'm afraid it is. This light is...
What's going on?
Luminescence.
He did it. He bound the Ark. Who or what is he?
He's kind of freaky, that's what he is. But, apparently, we have been sent somewhere by that weird light. Well, it says we're here in the Sacred Lands, and the girl at the Academy was saying that being in the Sacred Lands means you can't be back for a couple months, so I guess we're just going to have to leave Dave there and be done with it. Not much to do here. Just, I suppose you could get back by jumping, but, I don't know. I don't know if we trust our ability to fall from great heights without injury that much. Yeah, you know, you don't actually have to walk manually up there. There's a zone transition. That would be quite a walk. Though, really, they could have made the transition as to where you got on this funny platform thing a little clearer. You will go through areas like this a couple times in the game, including right near the end. And they're interesting if you try to find maps of them online, and it's not the easiest area to map because, well, it's kind of strange, and the terrain kind of shifts. I'm not sure. This reminds me of something, and maybe it's the ending of Lapida, the anime. Maybe. I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen it. There isn't much that happens in this area. It's just wandering around and watching the world move by. And hopefully, you know, nothing crushes you. Because, you know, that would be kind of awkward. And I'm going to save before going through it. And I'm not saving because there's a dangerous fight ahead, I'm just saving because we're out of time. So, see you next time.